Members, just for the sake of time, the speaker did say he's going to go on the floor at 1:30. They will have about an hour worth of personal privileges, so we do have until 2:30, so we may be able to get through this day. Owens, on your bill, HB 306. Mia, can you read it in?
Mr. Chairman and members, House Bill 306 by Representative Owen provides relative to minimum standards for visitation policies at certain healthcare facilities, to require in-person visitation under certain circumstances, to provide minimum requirements for in-person visits, and to provide for related matters.
Rep. Owens, on your bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members. This is a cleanup action from a year ago. Y'all remember I was with you about 3 weeks ago. And I recounted the story about a year ago when we came on the backside of COVID, and we had all those horror stories we all knew from back home where people were dying alone. And last year I came through this body, got a unanimous vote off the House floor, what I thought was a very good bill. By the time it got to the Senate, it got significantly watered down, where there were more mays in the bill than more shall. And so what I did, thank God for Mia Johnson. I know she's going to be glad when this is out of her hair. We've worked on this a long time. I went back to the original bill. I pared it down to about 30% of what it originally was. And really all this bill does is that it says that if you are in a hospital, that you can have at least one visitor. Does not say unfettered numbers of visitors. Doesn't say you can have a party. It says the hospital is in control. The hospital can remove you. The hospital is completely in control. But we can't predict death between 8 and 6 every day. We can't predict a birth in the middle of the night. And our citizens suffered badly during COVID. And my only aim here is for us to put some guardrails up where government will not be cruel, that if a physician or an x-ray technician or a cook can walk into the hospital, then so can my mother if I'm ill. And that's all this is asking within reasonable parameters. And so I would tell you that I have renamed the bill. It is now called the Scoggins Law. Don was a father of a classmate of mine who died in Alexandria. His daughter was a clinical nurse with a PhD, and the hospital would not let her in. He was intubated with COVID. He woke up and he pulled his harness loose, and his death was horrible. I don't want to go into any further, but she was out in the rain, and there's lots of stories. But I just want us to not be a cruel state, and to provide some provision for our citizens. That's all this is.
Thank you, Representative. You are speaking on a substitute bill, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have a substitute bill before the committee. Y'all will have staff read it in. Mia?
Mr. Chairman and members, Representative Owen wishes to offer a substitute to his instrument, House Bill 306. The substitute provides relative to minimum standards for visitation policies at certain healthcare facilities, meeting its visitation requirements. It provides that policies and procedures may require a visitor to agree in writing to follow the facility's established policies and procedures. Additionally, it requires access to a religious or spiritual support person to be included in addition to the designated essential caregiver and in accordance with present law. And that will conclude the substance of the substitute proposed by Representative Owen.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. Do we have any questions on the substitute bill? Okay, I'll make a motion to adopt the substitute bill.
Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Oh, I wasn't finished though. Do we have any objections to this bill? Okay, none. Here, none. The substitute bill is adopted. On your bill, Representative, you have all green cards, so you did some good work on your substitute. Ms. Jill Hines, President, would like to speak. Okay, she doesn't anymore. Kristen Smith, President, would like to speak. She waves. Paige Lowry, President, support. Brittany Sherlin, Sherry Blanchard, Daniel Sherlin, Connie Zimmerman, Daniel Hale, Jamie Pope, Ellie Wright, Louisiana Speech Language and Hearing Association. They're all present in support of the bill. Representative Echols?
Move favorable.
Okay, members, we have a motion. Rep. Echols has made a motion to report the substitute bill favorably. Do we have any objections? Hearing none, HB 306, substitute bill is moved.
Thank you, members. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mia.
Okay.